Imagine this. You're on a full flight from Istanbul, Turkey to San Francisco.
Long story short, he said, I'm a doctor. They kept questioning him, had to prove his credentials, had to pull out a phone. And when he sat there, they didn't listen to what he said. This is what we need to understand and level up. Demand absolute respect. Because if you would have demanded absolute respect, as soon as they give you pushback, so no, if it was a white doctor, he doesn't have to prove anything. They just walk up there. No credentials needed. If you demand absolute respect for your practice and when you give out your healing and helping energy, which I do, as soon as they would have done that, you would have been very clear to go, you know what? I don't have that on me, but good luck. And you would have sat down quietly and pleasantly. That would have had a bigger impact. Because then they would have to sit there and start thinking, was he really a doctor? Did he lie? And they would be stuck calling for the doctors. The pilot would have seen you walk back and then sat down. He would have been thinking, if that's a doctor, why did he sit back down? The people next to you would have been like, hey, what'd you do? And you would be like, I'm a doctor. I try to go back there. They wouldn't believe me. I don't have my credentials. Da 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 da. They would have been like, you mean you're a doctor and they didn't accept you? And depending on who you're next to, they would have been like, you didn't accept that he's a doctor? What are you doing? Someone could die. All of those things would have happened if you would have demanded and commanded high respect before you just give out your healing gifts and abilities. I'm really into Black, and like, we are a powerful people. You need to move like it. I know my power. So the second you give me any pushback, that's time for actions. Because I only go places where I'm absolutely respected. I know I have information you don't have. I know I have skills you need. I know all of that. And I know I'm one of the best in the things that I do. And if you don't give me that immediately from the first, you don't benefit from it. I will quietly decide a lesson needs to be learned, as long as you don't get in trouble. Because I bet you, if they would have kept calling and calling and you had sat down, they would have thought about it and talked and realized what they did. And the point is what I'm saying, command and demand absolute respect for your skills and stop giving so freely, especially to non-Black people who don't appreciate us. Because it forces you to act in a way where only pure acceptance and respect are the groundwork of you working, and it's a different energy. They might have even came back to him and asked him, we're sorry about this. You're the only one there. Can you help? And even then you could have reassessed if they're still being snitty about it. And yes, you want to think about that person, but the reality is that person might be just as racist. Another thing at the end of the day, your abilities and skills that you've developed and that you're super overqualified for are a gift. If people are not appreciative of your gift, they can find someone else. If you're not doing this to be the hero, you're doing this to help. Understand sometimes that racism will get in the way of that. And I don't think it's always our place to fight racism. I think it's our place to remove ourselves so they don't benefit from us. It's a different energy. If you command respect for your craft and skills, you don't just allow anyone to have access to it. And when they do, they better come correct. So Black doctors have faced this before. Most Black doctors agree they're just not going to help. They're on vacation. Let them go on their vacation. And let's not even get into Good Samaritan jobs if you did something. Whereas if something wrong happened and it's a white doctor, they won't do anything. But if you're a Black doctor and something goes wrong, not because of you, but because of the situation, you would get sued. We need to make sure people are appreciative of what we give them. Okay? And I didn't even mean to come on, but like, demand respect for your craft. I don't care if you're a nurse or an LPN. If you're not on the job and someone's asking you to volunteer, if they're not absolutely respectful, take yourself out. Now, it doesn't have to be loud, but I would have been like, hey, if you guys don't want my help, it's fine. I'm on vacation. Good luck. Because, you know what I mean? Like, you can be quiet and dignity. You could just be like, okay, I don't have all that, but, good luck with everything. I'm sure you'll find another doctor. And sit. And, let them think about it the whole trip. Let them think about it. Now, my way of doing it would be like, I would immediately not be loud about it. I would just politely be like, you know what? I don't have all of that, so I can't prove who I am. But so good luck with everything you need, and I hope you find someone. I just didn't bring all that. I'm on vacation. I don't bring my medical stuff when I'm on vacation. I thought you needed help, but the type of help you need, I'm not able to. I get nice nasty. I'm like, I'm not able to provide it. And, so good luck in everything. And so that's me. That's my way of doing it. Like, I know I'm causing them a disservice, but I'm smiling like I really wanted. Like, I don't want to cause them a disservice, but like, I'm not fighting them. So it's just like, be like water. Don't be like a truck. Don't go into resistance. Either it flows or doesn't. Maybe it's the Pisces in me, but it has worked really well so that the only paths that I do have are full of respect. And anytime I do work, people know not to try me. It's an energy. It's just something that we need to start walking in. They don't, especially if it's like a volunteer, just be hesitant to volunteer. Just be hesitant.